Hello, Namaskar. Did you know that the main reason why humanity struggles to advance according to its true essence lies in its negligence towards the fundamental truth of human existence? This truth should form the basis for planning, organizing, reshaping, and reorienting our society. But that is not happening. The essence of the human being includes the three dimensions of human existence. They are physical, mental, and spiritual. I am Acharya Atma Pranananda, a monk born in the Philippines, a Tantra spiritual practitioner, a spiritual mentor, and a teacher of Tantra spiritual philosophy. Today, let's talk about the three dimensions of human existence. Although scholars recognize these three dimensions of human existence, centuries ago, our current educational system fails to recognize their importance, integrate them as an indivisible unit, and apply them holistically. Our educational system is supposed to infuse our society with the wisdom that humanity needs in order to survive and thrive. However, by not fully recognizing the significance of the three dimensions of human existence, society does not develop properly in a humanistic way. In this podcast, we will explore these three spheres and their true essence and importance. Before we go further, I would like to ask you to please subscribe by clicking the blue square in this corner. Surprisingly, of all the visits I have in this channel, only 5% have subscribed. Your support is crucial to me continuing to create this podcast, and subscribing is an easy way to make a big impact. Thanks in advance for your help. Now let's continue. The physical, mental, and spiritual dimensions are intricately interconnected. When we neglect one area, it doesn't just stay isolated, it can throw the others out of balance, creating an imbalance in the whole system and ultimately affecting our overall functioning and quality of life as individuals, families, communities, and as a nation. Let's look at each of these dimensions. It starts from the physical dimension. The physical dimension encompasses tangible aspects of our existence, such as the environment, the human body, movable and immovable objects, living and non-living things, or all entities that occupy physical space. The physical dimension emphasizes on survival and social structures, highlights their fundamental role in meeting basic needs such as food, shelter, public service, infrastructures, security, and mobility. This dimension serves as a foundation for further developments, as humans must first navigate their physically tangible reality before exploring higher realms of experiences. Now, let's talk about the mental dimension. It is the broadest of the three and the most often misunderstood. The mental or psychic dimension refers to our thinking, imagination, emotions, or anything that is a product of a thought process, all under the scope of the psychic sphere. They are intangible physically, but they are tangible in the subjective mind. They are also called mental actions. One more thing we must understand is that all the byproduct of a thought process lies under the realms of the psychic sphere. Say, for example, knowledge, ideas, plans, types of government, types of economy, educational system, and many more. All of the above are product of a thought process, which is under the psychic sphere. It is essential to recognize that physical and mental action comes from the mind. Every action, whether mental or physical, has an equal and opposite reaction. This principle is reflected in spiritual science and in Newton's third law of motion. Fundamentally, we can affirm that it is not God who punishes people for their mistakes or sins. Rather, the consequences that arise from our past actions corresponds with the law of karma. If you want me to talk more about the law of karma, comments below in the comment section. It is in this psychic dimension where our values, beliefs, habits, character, traditions, culture, and sense of purpose are developed. Understanding life, the universe, who am I, and others are all in the realms of psychic sphere. Having a strong longing for an answer to the question, who am I? It is not in the spiritual sphere. Not even the practice of deep meditation is considered a spiritual dimension. All the above are under the mental sphere and are true spiritual practices. To understand it, let's go and look at the spiritual dimension. The spiritual dimension arises as a result of all positive actions, whether physical or mental, and emphasizes the interconnectedness of how we live our lives. You may be wondering how positive physical and mental actions in our daily lives can lead to spirituality. The answer lies in the principles of subjectivity of action, whether physical or mental. For example, when someone reflects sentient motivation and meanings attached to their actions, they can activate a deeper essence and value of their action. This reflection of sentient and subtle ideation in our daily action is a spiritual practice, which can lead to spiritual transformation and more authentic way of being. Physical and mental action in spiritual development emphasizes the importance of intention and cosmic consciousness ideation to transform those actions into meaningful practices that foster spirituality. The fastest way in fostering spirituality is through constant, concerted, earnest, and prolonged effort of subjectivating the cosmic consciousness during meditation. Okay, now let us see some negative effect and symptoms of unbalanced dimensions of human existence. An increase in chronic diseases, mental health disorder, and general poor health among the population often means neglect of physical health and well-being. Unequal access to resources, healthcare, and safe living conditions may reflect systemic problem and neglect of physical needs. In a society, there will be an increase in mental health problem, a high risk of anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders may indicate social pressure and a lack of mental health support resources. People may experience feeling of loneliness or alienation, often due to a lack of meaningful social connections or community involvement. A society with ineffective educational system may have difficulties with critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence, exposing neglect in the mental dimension. A culture that prioritize material wealth and superficial achievements over personal growth, self awareness, and emotional health reflects a distorted set of values. Many people may have difficulty finding purpose in life, leading to existential crisis or apathy, increased dependence on substances like alcohol, drugs, or distractions on social medias. Entertainment may indicate an attempt to escape spiritual emptiness. Social conflicts based on different belief and values reflects a lack of understanding and respect for social diversity. A society that instills material success over spiritual growth may experience dissatisfaction and lack of fulfillment, whether individuals seek external validation rather than internal peace. Societies struggling with imbalances may face political unrest, crime, and unethical governance affecting all dimensions of existence. This instability often arises from lack of healthy ideology, trust, poor leadership, and social inequality. A sense of disconnection from local and global communities may arise, indicating an inability to promote collective well being and spiritual connection. In response to confusion and instability, some individuals may gravitate towards radical ideologies or groups in a misguided search for meaning, identity, belonging, and respect. An imbalance in the dimensions of existence can cause generalized symptoms that affects individual well-being and social health. Addressing these imbalances requires a holistic approach that promotes awareness and integration of the physical, mental, and spiritual aspect of life, fostering a more equitable, healthy, and fulfilling society. We must strive to create an educational and social framework that recognizes and encourages the three dimensions of human existence. This can guide humanity towards its true essence, fostering holiness, connection, and harmony. Well, we arrive at the end of the podcast. Thank you for joining me in exploring this important truth of human existence. If you have questions or comments, feel free to submit your ideas, request of a topic for the next podcast, and comments in the comment section below. May the pursuit of your journey be filled with wisdom, compassion, and the search for greater understanding, both of yourself and the world around you. May God bless you and your family. Thank you very much and namaskar.